My name is Kelly, and I'm the teen programmer at the Hammond Branch Library. And today's topic is an ocean and or sea craft, and how I hate everything right now. So in a minute, we're going to work on a mosaic of a sea turtle because I generally think that would be fun. It's nice to bring a little color to our lives, and it's something that you can do when you don't have access to most supplies. So I'm doing it with scrap paper. It can be done with wrapping paper, anything brightly colored, or in my case, whatever shades of green I can find. That aside, the more important part is I get to talk to you for a minute, and I kind of get to tell you why I hate everything right now. So bear with me, and maybe we'll find a place where we're a little happier at the end, or at the very least feel like someone out there has heard you for a bit, or in this case, you get to hear me. If you've ever made a mosaic before, you might know generally how it comes together. If you haven't, it's really simple. You need whatever your pattern is going to be. You can draw it out, but in this case, I found this one online. If you want to use it, I will make sure to include information with the video. You need something sharp, a pair of scissors, and a craft knife. You can do all of this with scissors. The craft knife is optional. You need glue, and you're going to need lots of paper. Okay. In this case, I have my paper in a couple of shades, and I found this little pattern piece that I thought was nice. It was just some scrap. And if you are using this pattern, you notice it actually has some letters written on it, and that's for bright, medium, and light colors, so you can actually decide, so you can actually keep track of which type of colors you're using as you go. But that is optional, obviously, because you can just kind of wing it, or you can decide your own colors as you do this. So I think the last thing you really need is patience, because this kind of project is going to take a lot of time, and I can guarantee I'm not going to finish it before the video ends. But that's not the goal. The goal is to talk. So I decided that I wanted to do this kind of video because I miss people, if that makes any sense. I miss knowing that somewhere out there, there's a person that I can engage with, that I can ask questions of, that I can greet in the mornings, and more importantly, when you come in, that someone actually shows up for my programs. And I know that probably doesn't quite account, for your life. You obviously aren't working in the library like I am, and you are probably enjoying a fair bit of your break. But know that somewhere out there, someone is missing you. I haven't even met most of you, but I miss you. And I think that's largely because deep down, even when you don't really like people, as I may have been told once or twice, that you still need people. You need to hear voices outside of your own. So this is me telling you what I've been thinking, and hoping that maybe you have a better chance of telling someone else what you've been thinking. Since everything has started, I've noticed I am so very bored. I like video games, and I played them, and I kind of feel like I played them all. I know I haven't, but I feel like I have. I feel like I always sleep too much or never get enough sleep, and I feel like I am kind of stuck even though I don't really have a place in mind to go. It's a weird feeling. More than anything, I just feel lost. I really don't like that. I don't like not knowing what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I don't like that, as I mentioned before, I don't get to hang out with you guys. I don't know. The truth is, that's kind of how life is, and I hate it so much. It's not even that I had any specific goals. This whole craft project started because I just wanted to go to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in a long time. I haven't really been very often to begin with, but it's a thing that I can't really do right now. And then when I sat down and thought about all the things I couldn't really do, I got pretty upset. And I figured, oh, well, I'm an adult. I actually have a chance to get out of the house, sort of. I have that power. I have that kind of control over my life. But most of you guys probably don't. And so knowing I'm stuck, even with all this control, and I'm still feeling this way, I figured someone out there was probably feeling the same. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to bring a little beach to myself today. That's not going to fix everything. It's not even going to fix the moment for me. But it makes me happy knowing I got to do something. And it makes me happy knowing that you might get to do something too. That said, I did a lot of things before I got to creating this mosaic. You see that fancy crown I was making, I made because I did not want to make this video. So instead, I made a crown for the video that I did not want to make. And it's not even that I don't want to be here. I like being here. I like my job. I like you guys. I just hate that it's not the way it was. And I can't be sure what it's going to be tomorrow. And that's frustrating. It makes me feel like I don't have control. And yeah. So I wonder what you're thinking now. Are you okay where you are? Are you really happy with all this time off? Because I know at least a handful of people who could really just be at home for the next 3 years and they basically would be cool. However, I've already gone to the point where I am so bored, I'm willing to work for free at this point. I recreated my library in Minecraft and Sims 4. Yeah, that is how bored I got when I couldn't work. I don't even know why, of all the things I decided to do, it would be to recreate the library. And I think it's just because it's something I did every day. It was something I was used to. It was routine that I missed. And the way things are now, changing so often with so much uncertainty, I miss routine. I never thought I would say that, but I missed getting up in the morning and going somewhere. I miss knowing that at some point during the day, some random teenagers would show up and we would have snacks, we would talk about books, we would make something, and we would just generally complain about our lives. Which, sure, I'm doing that anyway, but at the very least we got to do it together. In an ideal world, we wouldn't have to worry about this. We wouldn't have this conversation. You would never have to see me play with paper crafts on a Facebook video or a YouTube video or wherever this ends up on the internet. You wouldn't have to sit here for the next few minutes and hear me complain. But that's not really the world we live in. So knowing that, I guess what I want to know is, what are you doing to survive? Do you have any suggestions for me? Because I really don't want to spend another day recreating every place I've ever been in a video game. I will do it. I've also created games for picking up socks without getting off the bed. And way too many costume pieces that I will probably never wear past the first day I wear them in a video. I don't know if you notice, I like dressing up. But generally, I've just made everything I've worn because why not? It's not like I have a whole lot of things to do right now. So how are you doing is what I want to know. I don't know if any of you will ever actually see this. There's no guarantee this video will be in the right place at the right time. But if it is, know that you're not alone there. As weird as it is to have a random person, likely a stranger, tell you that everything's going to be okay, it's even weirder to say that, hey, you're not alone. We'll figure this out. Or we'll try. A lot of paper might have to suffer in the process, but we'll try. If I ever actually finish this, I will probably post a picture. To be honest, I don't know if I will, because as fun as it is, I really just wanted an excuse to talk. So thank you for being that excuse.